Let's just be real for a second. Heading back to school can feel like you're gearing up for a major battle. But what if you had a secret weapon, a wellness kit to get you through the year? Well, this is your strategy guide.
Does that sound familiar? I mean, wow, that just perfectly captures that knot of back-to-school anxiety, right? The what-ifs, the social stress. It's a feeling I think we all know way, way too well.
So let's try something. Let's reframe this whole thing. Instead of seeing school as this unpredictable, stressful marathon, what if we thought about it like a video game? A game with different levels, tricky challenges, and most importantly, cheat codes. And this explainer? This is your strategy guide.
Okay, let's dive into our first level. You know how in a game it's not always the big boss, but the small, constant enemies that just chip away at your health bar? We're going to tackle those first. The little daily things that can leave you feeling drained before you even get to lunch. And here it is, the first mini-boss of the day. You're just standing there in front of your closet, and nothing feels right. We're calling it the morning outfit crisis, and that tiny little moment of stress can totally hijack your brain and start your day off feeling, well, depleted.
So, here are your cheat codes to beat it. First, the uniform method. Just pick 3 to 5 go-to outfits you love and rotate them. Boom, decisions made. Second, the comfort first rule. If you're having a high anxiety day, just wear what feels like a hug. And third, the 2-minute timer. Set it, and when that timer dings, you walk out that door. No more getting stuck.
All right, next challenge, the phone. That constant buzz, the endless stream of unread messages, that little pang of worry that you're being left out. It keeps your brain switched on all the time, constantly draining your social battery even when you're just trying to chill.
So here's how you take back control. Try a sacred phone-free hour every single evening. Just let your brain actually recharge. Or you could try the mute and check method. Turn off the notifications and check in on your schedule. You decide when. And finally, use the reality check technique. Just remind yourself that not every single message needs an instant reply. It's okay to have a life.
The 5 minutes between classes. It can feel like you're trying to navigate a social minefield. Who do I look at? Who do I avoid? It's just this constant stream of tiny little decisions that is completely exhausting. By lunchtime, you've probably made more social calculations than most adults do in an entire week.
So here are a few simple hacks to get through it. The phone prop method. It gives you a clear reason not to have to make constant, awkward eye contact. Sticking to a consistent route makes that journey totally predictable, which your brain loves. And the 3-second rule, it's perfect for those surprise run-ins. Quick smile, a nod, and then you just keep moving. Mission complete.
Okay, time to level up. Let's move on to the social side quests. This is where we get into the bigger stuff, like managing friend group dynamics, navigating drama, and dealing with that classic feeling of being on the outside looking in. When it comes to friend drama, the main strategy is this: sip, don't chug. Think about it. You can totally care about your friends and what they're going through without letting it completely consume you. Chugging the drama means you take it all on, you carry it, and it just drains your energy. But sipping, that means you can listen, you can support, but you stay grounded and you protect your own peace.
And now for the classic, high-stakes moment of the school day. The cafeteria. Where do you sit? How in the world do you join a table without it feeling incredibly painfully awkward? The anxiety around this one moment can literally start hours before lunch even begins.
You know what makes all the difference? Having a plan. Think of these as your pre-written dialogue options. They're actually funny, low pressure, and totally usable. Just having one of these in your back pocket can change the whole vibe. Personally, I love this one. I'm on the hunt for low-drama humans. It's perfect.
All right, we're at our final section. We've talked about strategies for playing the game of school, but what if you could actually understand the rules of the game itself, the mechanics of your own mind? Let's talk about hacking your personal algorithm.
So when we're feeling overwhelmed, our emotions can just feel like this one big, messy cloud of bad. But what if we could actually break them down? This is what it starts to look like when you sort those feelings into simpler categories. It's the very first step to figuring out what's really going on inside.
This is where a tool called the Mood Decoder is a total game changer.
Think of it like a feelings translator. It helps you turn that vague sense of, I feel bad, into something specific, like, oh, I feel lonely, or I feel really overwhelmed right now. Because once you can name the feeling, you can start to manage.
Okay, this is such a powerful idea. Your brain, just like a social media feed, learns from patterns. It knows what things trigger you and what things boost you. But here's the difference. You get to be the programmer. You actually have the ability to understand and influence those patterns yourself.
And this is how you start programming. This simple worksheet helps you identify your specific triggers, the things that drain your energy, and your boosters, the things that recharge you. When you start to actually track them and see them written down, you can make conscious choices to maybe avoid those big triggers on a tough day and lean into the boosters when you need them most.
And as you do all of this work, please always remember this fundamental truth. Rest is not a reward you get for completing everything. Rest is a requirement for being a human, especially when you're navigating the daily grind of school.
So, you're the programmer. You've got the tools, you've got the power to influence your own mental algorithm. The only question is, what's the first line of code you're going to write for yourself today? Maybe it's just picking out your outfit for tomorrow.